So it looks like Apple's not done with 2025 just yet, because even after dropping the M5 iPad Pro, MacBook Pro, and Vision Pro updates a few weeks ago, November is shaping up to bring a few more surprises. And no, it's not just another iPhone case this time, we're talking about proper hardware refreshes, updated HomePod Mini, a refreshed Apple TV, and a second generation AirTag that might finally fix a few of the little annoyances from the original. Basically, it's shaping up to be a smart home heavy November. Let's start with the one most people have been quietly waiting for, the HomePod Mini 2. When the first one launched in 2020, it was kind of the unsung hero in Apple's range. Cute little ball, surprisingly good sounds, and a price tag that didn't make you choke on your coffee. But since then, Apple's updated pretty much everything else. The MacBooks got M-series chipsets, iPads got more confusing, even Siri got a rebrand with Apple Intelligence on the way. The HomePod Mini though, still rocking the age-old S5 chipset from the Apple Watch Series 5. So yeah, an update is long overdue, guys. And now that update finally looks imminent. According to Gurman, HomePod Mini and Apple TV stock levels are starting to dip, and that usually means one thing: new models on the horizon. Apple quietly lets inventory run low before press release launch. It doesn't happen often this late in the year, but remember, the original AirPods Max launched in December, so keep your eyes peeled, new products are on the way. So what's new? The big change is under the hood. The HomePod Mini 2 is expected to pack Apple's S9 or S10 chipset, the same one used in the Apple Watch Series 9, 10 and 11. That means a massive leap in performance and responsiveness, especially for Siri. And yes, that ties directly into next year's Apple Intelligence rollout, the version of Siri that's actually meant to understand you, not just pretend to. The HomePod Mini 2 is also rumored to include Apple's new M1 chipset, the same wireless brain debuting across Apple's next-gen products. It supports Wi-Fi 7 and Bluetooth 6, offering faster, more stable connections. That's a big deal if you've got multiple HomePods or stream high-quality Apple Music. Wi-Fi 7 means smoother, lossless audio, assuming your broadband doesn't give up halfway through. And it gets better. We're expecting support for the second generation Ultra Wideband chip, which massively improves proximity features. Right now, your iPhone can hand off audio to a HomePod Mini when you bring it close, but with this new Ultra Wideband chipset, they'll be faster and smarter. So picture this: you walk into your home and your HomePod Mini recognizes your iPhone nearby, greets you, and starts playing your favorite playlist. No commands, no taps. Slightly creepy? Maybe, but undeniably convenient and pretty cool. Sound quality is also getting a quiet bump. The first trim Mini sounded great for its size, but still, physics are physics, you can't make a small speaker sound very loud. Apple's reportedly reworked the internal acoustic chamber and driver tuning for deeper bass and cleaner mids. Nothing crazy, but enough to make you go, oh, wow, these do sound slightly better. I use mine as TV speakers, and if Apple can squeeze just a little more low end, that would be a solid win. Design-wise, don't expect any major changes. Same mesh square, same minimalist look, because if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But there is talk of new colours, including a bold red version. Whether that's a product red tie-in or just Apple adding some living room flair, we'll see, but at this point, I'll take any new shades. By the way, all these upgrades with HomePod Mini 2 are coming without a price increase. It's going to stay at the same $99 price tag, so that's pretty great. The best part though, this HomePod Mini 2 is going to be one of the first devices to fully showcase Apple Intelligence. Imagine asking, hey, what time should I leave for my meeting? And instead of the usual, I found this on the web, it actually checks your calendar, traffic and reminders and gives you an actual answer. Wow! All processed on device as well. This could be the dream Apple's been selling for years, and this could be the first step towards that. Before we move on, quick reminder, if you're enjoying these breakdowns and want to stay ahead of every Apple release, make sure to subscribe and hit the hype button. It really helps a small channel like mine get noticed, and it keeps you in the loop for everything Apple's got coming before the year ends. Alright, let's move from the kitchen counter to the living room, because next up is the new Apple TV. The 2025 Apple TV is rumored to feature Apple's A17 Pro chipset, the same one in the iPhone 15 Pro and the iPad Mini 7. That's a pretty nice jump over the current A15. We're talking 3nm efficiency, hardware ray tracing, and proper console level performance. So if you've ever wanted to play anything heavier than Crossy Road on your TV, this might finally be the time. But let's be honest, 0.1% of users actually game on the Apple TV. This extra performance is actually going to come in handy for Apple Intelligence on the big screen. The new Apple TV is expected to support the same revamped Siri coming next year, so instead of asking what should I watch and getting random answers, Siri could actually recommend shows based on your viewing habits, shared watch lists, or even messages from friends. That's a proper jump from smart to genuinely intelligent. The M1 also makes another appearance here, bringing Wi-Fi 7 and better AirPlay reliability, faster streaming, lower latency. It all adds up, guys. And here's something interesting. Gurman's even hinted that Apple's testing a version of the Apple TV with a built-in camera. Whether it's for FaceTime calls, gesture control, or home monitoring, it's clear that Apple wants the TV to do more than just play shows. Imagine doing FaceTime calls on your sofa without awkwardly propping a phone with a pillow tower. That's the dream. Design-wise, Apple's keeping it simple. Same black box, same remote, maybe minor tweaks, but the price could finally drop below $100, and that's the most exciting rumour for a cheapskate like me. The current one starts at $129, and if Apple pushes this down even further, it could seriously expand its reach. And that's the bigger play here. This isn't just about streaming, it's about making the TV the central hub of your home. This already connects with your HomePods, controls your accessories, syncs with your iPhone, even tracks your Apple Fitness workouts. Make it cheaper and suddenly, it's everywhere. That's how Apple locks you in the ecosystem. Speaking of smart home gear, let's wrap up with AirTag 2. The AirTag 2 may not be Apple's flashiest product, but it's quietly become one of the most useful keys, luggage, backpacks. If you've ever lost something, you know these things are lifesavers. But the first gen had issues. Limited range, sometimes dodgy sound alerts, and the fact that batteries would die without warning. Luckily, the second gen is fixing all of that. The new AirTag is said to have 3 times a longer range than the current one, which is massive for real-world usage. That means better tracking in bigger areas like airports or parks. It will also have a redesigned speaker that's more tamper-proof. Remember those privacy concerns where people could actually disable the sound? That's not great. Apple's making sure that's no longer easy to do. Battery management's also removing. This time you'll get proper, very low battery alerts before it dies. No more silent tag funerals in your luggage. Combine that with faster, more accurate location tracking, thanks to the upgraded Ultra Wideband chipset, and this is shaping up to be a proper upgrade. Again, at the same price as the original AirTag. And while there's no word on fancy colours, no cosmic orange AirTag yet, what really matters is inside. Better tracking, smarter alerts, improved security. It's a classic Apple upgrade. Evolution, not revolution. Zoom out and you can see what Apple's doing here. The HomePod Mini 2, Apple TV 2025, and AirTag 2 may not sound like headline grabbers individually, but together they form a core part of Apple's next ecosystem phase. They are the connective pieces, the hardware backbone for Apple Intelligence to live in. They make your home smarter, your devices faster, and your experience more seamless. It's the groundwork for Apple's AI future. That is, if smarter Siri actually launches on time. No pressure, Apple. But honestly, I love when Apple does these quiet rollouts. No massive event, no dramatic lights, no fluff about how Apple's saving the planet by removing more accessories from the box. Just solid updates through press releases. If all 3 of these drop in November, it's going to be a surprisingly strong finish to an already packed 2024 lineup. So what do you think? Are you planning to upgrade your HomePod Mini, grab the new Apple TV, or finally pick up an AirTag 2? Let me know in the comments. And of course, if you enjoyed this breakdown and want to stay in the loop for all of Apple's November drops, don't forget to subscribe and hit the hype button below. It really helps a small channel grow and keeps you ahead of every leak, rumor, and release as we head into 2026. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.